It tried touching here. So I'm the pioneer no womb. No namdi crowing na nameshe. My team had to come back to look for the tools. They share ice move. They couldn't put it back. Staircase na ne wohono. See our first one no so no. And I'm a patricia. Into instead send me tibebo form no. Landi wo me shoulder so. And a nine coffee far. I did not know. I gave all my slippers away. So I have 3 toes left.
Finally, Sonnie Badu abekasa ede afa enano da nhwiase okotetwe ye. E wo steps bi so men no nam so ne nan baako efekire ye. Magana fo bi num kire mu se abrante no de pe hype. E wo ne December 9 for no concert no na no de hype. But na make say Sonnie Badu abekire mu se ne nan mienu ate afre ne nan ne so. Send your down screen no saying na Sonnie Badu 9 aya doctors for etwa Sonnie Badu 9 mienu afri ne 9 enso ano so asemi Sonnie abechirechiri mkwan a ofa so performing ne yawa ofa mu e United Showbiz so mesrew so ba no subscribe no share na ebusunya no atumi akoso ayekese before me dey Sonnie Badu nsem no e dey ebebro no mekanfo Cariste Company Limited in friend is Hamisha anazaje kauso so dia ma say eba infection bacteria si bia beji ni pedua na kenten so ba edum fichi kwachi we ase tumi kawo mafiduan bro no so bia tumi nte wonka akwaji mpanifo ndo bi hindi heba meshan so eba malaria fever typhoid diabetes o blood pressure na yade a etai kosora eye wadru ani hindi heba mesha zaman capsules ye memedro tatahwe besisi yade be ma wo yire okomtwu akanche ma gefe kompem hetim keja na nhwasane agufo ma akwaje eye zaman capsules eba low sperm counter eye wadru eno no na adru FD ahwemaji atum se eye opendu etu akofamasi herbal stores bi ebenwa onsa ebeka mpanimfo ndo mpanimfo numbers ni nso na da oskunu so no ebia na opemu ngire mu ni mu amane bonso a ebeje peni ene wabonkomo na abusuya samu beka ya nano da 9 December 2023 ana Sonnie Badu ede Rhythms of Africa concert no ehhehye so ewo Accra International Conference Center nkran ha na ene se ne da oskunu so papa yi na enyasam ketu akra na before then kura na concert no ebeba so no ana ntie beto ye pono so kire mu se Sonnie Badu akwate ahwe ewo steps bi so sa steps no so na ewo ni fia na ntie kire mu se na onante akose onante aba ana Sonnie etehwe ye senia eda onfoni an eda osku yusu sa pepepe ma ebeto odwa kire mu se abrante Sonnie Badu ne nan baako afekire na ene ebo amanfo bibire na pusa na amanfo hu sa asemi na ye nokore na enye nokore ma na ebehu se crutches crashes Sonnie Badu emotuo mu ana enya asem ketua na chesa beye ni beresem na obi ana crutches ehhehye ne motuo mu na ene Rhythms of Africa concert ni du ye kridi Sonnie Badu se no waton ewurade asa ne yade esisi e men no nam so abrantie ifirihi se yare etu ye mem ye abrantie ane nan ye ne ye otoguso no na ejina tenten so performe egbo agurade din men no nam so mo Ghana fo bi no mu kire mu se dear Sonnie Badu ye ni nyina ode crutches hihye ne motuo mu nyina no settings sebi eburu no de pe hype de amane concert no Rhythms of Africa concert no ma asemi ni ehye de ehu emu no krese ne asemi ni sibire ne bobre etie ma asemi no eto aba betwa akra ne sa na afi na Sonnie Badu abekire asemi ni mu kire se sisi ameka sei yawa ofam wo de perform ye wo Rhythms of Africa concert na ase no obi tie kire a ebe no nwanwa ene na ameka sei doctors fu a etwa ne nan mienu afiri ne nan so ane so na nya asemi kitwa wo mede humfoni no ne ho ama ne boni nyina ede ebrew na yankasa kore nche yenkotie Sonnie Badu ensem ne bi emra eba yato aso
one na nampa boani bi amohye no mintimi hye bio
ahene base
no mintimi I can't median naturally I gave all my slippers away because number one I felt a bit embarrassed so I have 3 toes left
3 toes
yeah
embrace it
they couldn't put it back but now I want to embrace it it's part of my journey now. So talking about it, I didn't really care about who was going to watch it. It's part of my healing. I'm with Chaco.
Okay.
So it's part of my healing process. It's part of my story. I believe so God made it happen for a reason.
Wow.
Intimation now say, yeah, I'm thankful for life.
Inti say now
yeah.
To the right or left?
Say neti.
I think that maybe an illusion, but I think the bones are growing now. It's maybe it's illusion, but yeah.
Wow.
They couldn't put it back.
Now go US and went to me and who said
there was nothing anybody could do. And let me commend Ghanaian doctors.
Okay.
They did excellent. I was very satisfied with what they did. We went thoroughly. We went over everything. The surgery was done at Leicester. They came from Kolebu. They were very professional. They gave me all the options. The first one is either skin grafting, normally akata bone na akano, or second one is yembubu bone no, na yenkata so.
Me pacho, me pese me bisabi. E di ne to me cause ma ubone. E to me buma like ututo sininya you can lose it.
Wow, staircase na wo hono. A baso.
Okay. A few hono.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me tia first one no so no. And me patricia. Aha.
We
me patron. One the whole bubu no. Yeah. Into instead say me ti bebo form no. Me landi wo me shoulder so. Into say and a nine no coffee far.
I didn't know.
Me patron. E ko hihye mu twitwa to ne. It tried touching here. So my team had to come back to look for the tools. So I'm just share ice mo. Me drew hospital. No, I didn't know say it was gone. Me and my auntie called me. Drew her. They started and I'm say tools now kind of. And I'm say tubing.
Into what?
No, I knew something bad had happened, but not. I didn't know say it was this serious. So I'm on a doctor and they say no tools not come on go here. So I'm doing phone lights in the bedroom. And they found it, put it in ice, and then came back. And it was a back and forth. That moment, that 30 minutes back and forth was the most, it was like 10 hours. The doctors wanted to find out if they could do it. We don't know much a picture. No more Sendiako Kolebu. They wanted to see if, and I believe, sir, being a Sonnie Badu, not that I'm special, they would have done everything to save it. I believe. So when the doctor called me and said, we can't put it back because they're crushed amputation, but this is what we're going to do. You have two options. You betcha skin grafting, you betcha skin. Then there are two bones and I say baby bones in a level. The question I asked them was, which one is quicker?
Because of event in it.
And I'm not cancelling the concert. I want one that I'm going to be able to play football with my sons, and I can walk on stage, and I'm say breaking the bones in the air quicker. And I'm saying mumbubu. So I called my wife. Yeah, I called my wife and I told them, said, this is what we got to do. On the she almost passed out. But I was so calm on the phone when I called her on video because I didn't want it. She was pregnant, so I didn't want her to panic. So I said to me, bracket 280. I was smiling. No, she on shit. To me, they said, oh, she literally passed out. At that time, I didn't call my parents because I didn't want them to panic. And yes, here I can handle myself. So I told them they asked me if I wanted to sleep. And I'm saying, no, I want to watch it. So they should numb the injury. So I'm going to panya no womu. No, numb the coronavirus. I actually prayed with them before they started. And whilst they were doing it, I was watching. So, no, Panyani do already. I screamed.
Okay.
I screamed.
Okay.
Man, but I was determined to finish that concert. So, I think it was about 20 stitches. We prayed. I prayed with them. I thanked all of them. Took selfies with them. And then I was preaching at two different places on the Sunday morning, Trinity Baptist and Church Rotema. I didn't cancel it.
Okay.
We could preach here 2 hours each.
But we held to win here.
We were call rehearsals. In fact, when we got home, I went back to that staircase and I walked. They said I
wanted that faith to solve the call. Sorry.
It's just mental strength. You know, sang me voice. Name me 90. I'm still gonna work.
And unti pains,
I don't want to talk about the pain. You don't. Even if I described it, you wouldn't be able to feel it. I'm telling you.
So then, why do you sacrifice your health?
Because I was here on an assignment. It wasn't my health. In Yaberry, doctors now also. I was on antibiotics. Pain, I was taking painkiller every 4 hours. My mom, everybody was making sure to me okay. And I told them I'm not canceling. The only thing I could not do was go to churches like we used to do to visit because I like to move. And now I know BTL now. So that one we canceled. But I never canceled any radio interview. I was even here on UTV. And what I realized was most radio stations are more upstairs, right? So we had to climb. That's where my bodyguard so I had so now do the mathematics. Arnold was carrying me, Shaibu three months ago. They were all carrying me, you know, the crutches. I had to learn how to use. Man, it was so
why people not encofor can want some so obwa o chantro o settings I should say my formats Google decode. I didn't know one fan chair woman say this is what I'm going
I didn't know what settings was. TV back could be settings award goes to Sonnie Badu.
Other station.
So my friend, my boss Patrick, me say DNA settings. Yes, you'll be faking your money.
So what she said,
I have no idea what that was. If I had shown the injury during that time. In Grand Arena on KM.
Okay.
Numbers it was too much. They had to get some people back home.
Okay.
Imagine, I'm still doing the concert. People who would come because they feel bad. People who are happy that Sonny's alive. In Kayen Koho. And number two, I did not want the injury to be the attention. So if you're on a mission, you know, what you money finish it and get out of there. Now I was okay till, and I had to go to New York to preach because my team had collected deposits.
Deposits.
Deposit. Okay, deposit. They had collected deposit from a church in New York. In Chomofre Church, they say, "Wepra, untimi be also go straight to Atlanta." And Crofone say, "Oh, the refund back NJ." Yehiano. So because I had given my word, I had to go alone.
Again.
Yes, and I went alone without a team. That was the first time I sat on a wheelchair. From here, Accra to London, from London to New York, from New York to that was when I got very emotional. Like, Kai, this is my new life now. And I haven't spoken about the trauma on my children. They were all traumatized. They were crying. Me baba can just say, I didn't know until staircase. So the kids, it took them time before me baba the okofa second called the kuchan night. Or person the 9 years and the papa dear. Yeah. But I thank God for life. Sanyemiti. Nekoye me home baby dear me jenya. That's why I was able to dance.
And it was an attack. If
we want to go into a spiritual aspect, because this show is not a religious show, so I cannot use certain terms. But if we want to divert to spirituality, then there's an element of attack in there. But then, who sent me a ding, I didn't go down. I don't go down easily like that, Debbie. And I stood there. In Tomaso, as I done the cast were fakey.
Because now you're more.
But I think that's the zeal of a lion. You know, you just don't go down easily like that. Inti omo no mo be me there. They knew say that night was just 20%. Yeah, I was on stage for 3 hours. Yeah, it was just 20%.
20%.
Yeah. And
for this year,
we didn't numb the foot. My painkiller because I was fasting the whole day. Until I went dry. And they didn't know I was going to put my crutches down. I told them, I was going to hold on to the crutches. But then, Shaibu said, and I knew none of them could stop me because I'm on stage. I'll tell them, get back.
Abusia na Sonnie Badu nsema ene yokaye ewo United Showbiz so ne mpamfo twetwe nkomo no ha kiremu se yawo de wafam bi papa ntino obi nti wasema na akoye se ne onipa ko ne tifi na okeka na dwen okeka de opesoni ekiremu se yawa ofam no ene na yawa ofam no enya asem ketuwa wu mena meka se Sonnie kiremu se ahene ma na se chalwata na se bibie betumi de ahyehya nante apie no ontumi nhye bi because ne nan mienu afiri so aye fere bi de ama no ba whether good whether bad no because aye urade adwuma abrante no akyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛm kakra ti Ghana na kyesa semra ewo ho no aso ne kyeremu se one fake da bi se bia bro ntumi fake yare kora yen fansere enti no de ato no a na ɛyɛ reality na asi ɛwɔ na brabo ma odi hu nkomo ɛkyerɛ ɛyɛ empress gifty ɛwɔ United Showbiz so a mosonfo dan kwasi prince madwete ho kakra de abrew na yɛbɛkɔ so de ne di nsɛm na chi de yɛbɛtɔ fom bi aba no yɛbɛma hwefo ne atiefo ahu mɛsrɛ so ba no subscribe na busua na tumi akɔso ayɛ kɛse na before mɛkra ma me akɔ no Mekanfo Charistic Company Limited in friend is Sαdly capsules. Say a bear infection, bacteria, menstrual disorder, infertility, or by a doom fit you question where I see to make out pains or I say, or baby who had nothing with chili pan, or baby so or Emma Ode poor Emma sent in Boas, according to Penny be Hindi Ebamisha, Eba malaria fever, typhoid, diabetes, so blood pressure near the Taikosra. You won't draw any Hindi Ebamisha. Zaman capsules, your member drew Tatasha Bessie, the sexual weakness, low sperm count, Bema. Odo yero komu chuwa o kanche ma girlfriend kompema sepe no na ninji kwaje za man capsules ne ndu ho dance ye na duro yi FDA ahwe maji atum se eye open do etu akọ pharmacy herbal stores bi ebenwa onsa ebeka empanifo nduro bi ye from Dan Kwesi Prince Macau